Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to talk about all the secret rares that are coming around in Celestial Guardians, that new set that just dropped out today. Because there's loads of them. Do you know how many there are, ladies and gentlemen? There's 84. Now, we can talk later about whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, and I'm going to leave that one up to you guys. But there's 84 secret rares in the set, which is frankly absurd. So let's go and have a whistle-stop tour through them, and we can then decide whether we think this is actually too many. So starting off with the regular Pokemon, we've got ourselves an Alolan Executor. We got ourselves a Morlo. We got a Serena showing the confidence I hope I one day have. We've got Tapu Bulu, and you'll notice all the Guardians have a similar style going on here. The Alolan Marowak we saw before. Turtonator doing the whole exploding thing. Alolan Vulpix looking adorable. Pyukumuku playing in the sand because why would it not? We've got Tapu Fini, and again, these Guardians here, they are all having a very similar kind of artwork, the same kind of style going on. This is, well, either you're going to love it or you're not. I leave that up to you. We've got Oricorio doing its thing, having a bit of a dance. We got Tapu Koko again with that same kind of style. Cutiefly, looking cute, I suppose. We got Comfey looking happier than I've ever been in my life. And that's not an indictment on my life. That is how happy Comfey's looking. We got Sandygast, which makes me happy, because who doesn't love Sandygast? Tapu Lele with that usual kind of style we've seen before. We got Cosmog. Again, there's real happiness going through this set, which honestly makes me very, very happy indeed. We've got ourselves Rockruff. Again, looking incredibly happy, running through, and I love this artwork, to be clear. I adore this. This is one of my favorite in the entire set. We got Mudsdale, which I don't really like Mudsdale as a Pokemon very much, but I do appreciate this artwork. We've got Minior, also looking delighted. Maybe the fact they live in this beautiful, picturesque beach place is helping a little bit. I don't know. Magearna, minding their own business. We've got Drampa, and Shinji Kanda's been crushing it in the Pokemon TCG for a while. But oh my word, Shinji Kanda's not been my favourite artist so far in the Pokemon TCG. But I'm looking at this Drampa right now, and I'm like, oh my word, what is this? We got Pipperpeck, just a bunch of them chilling because, you know, why would they not? We've got Beware. I love Beware, which means I love this artwork. So yay, Beware. And then we've got Kamala having a bit of a snooze because that's what Kamala does. So we got quite a lot of these full art Pokemon, but then it's a double set, so that kind of makes sense. Then we get on to all of our full art Pokemon. And we've got a bunch of these because it's a double set and there's a bunch of Pokemon. So we got ourselves that new Decidueye. Look out for this one. 2 energy of any colour, any type. 120 your opponent's damage Pokemon. Don't sleep on that. We've got Dalmise. We've got my boy Incineroar. I really hope I can make this one work. We've got Crabominable, which, I don't know, I'm sure somebody out there likes Crabominable. It's not me, but maybe somebody. We got Wishy Washy EX, who is 170 HP basic. Do not sleep on this. We've got Alolan Raichu, who we saw in the reveal, although admittedly not the full art. Punishes your opponent for having lots of energy. We've got Lunala EX, that lets you move all the energy from one of your bench Pokemon to your active. This could be brilliant. We've got Persimmon, which I actually low-key love. Basic Pokemon, 2 energy 60 is fine. But then if it's knocked out by damage from an attack, you can move all that energy to one of your bench Pokemon. So you can even start building energy up on this before you've even benched the one you want, and then just move it all over on KO. This one I think is sneaky, potentially really good. We've got Alolan Muck, free energy, and you get to basically do 80 in whatever special condition you like, which sounds fun. And then we got Solgaleo EX, that once during your turn, you can switch it to your active, and 2 energy 120. Now that we have Rare Candy, oh my word, this is going to be a good one. I think Solgaleo EX has the potential to be awesome. So we have ourselves just a whole mess of full RTXs, but again, this is all fairly standard. And then we got ourselves just a bunch of full art supporters, which we would expect. This is again pretty standard. We get these every time. So we got ourselves an Acerola. Lets you move damage from one of your Pokemon to your opponents, but it has to be Palossand or Mimikyu. We've got ourselves a Lima here, which lets you pop a colourless Pokemon that's damaged into your hand. We've got Kiawe that lets you attach extra energy to Alolan Marowak or Turtonator, though it does end your turn. We've got Guzma, which just hates Pokemon tools. Lana, where it's just full-on gusting, but only if you've got a Rakwanin in play. Sophocles, which beefs up your Alolan Golem, Vikavolt, or Togedemaru's attacks. Mallow, which heals completely your Shiinotic or Serena at the cost of all of their energy. And then Lily, which heals 60 from a Stage 2 Pokemon. Okay, cool. But then we can keep going. We've got a bunch of EXs with the special art, and I love these. These are what I'm always excited about. I always need to have a look at which ones we've got here. And frankly, we've got a bunch. We've got Decidueye EX by Takumi Wada, looking very serious. We've got Dhelmise just kind of chilling and honestly not looking that serious. We've got Incineroar here off the top rope, and oh my word, I love this card. Very much want this card. We've got Crabominable, frankly looking a bit derpy, but honestly adorable, which I don't think I've ever seen Crabominable look. We've got Wishy-Washy, actually looking kind of intimidating, which is cool. The Alolan Raichu we saw before the set released, which it's got colourful, wonderful artwork. I kind of love it. We've got Lunala by Akira Igawa, and this is another one of those cards where I'm like, I love this artwork. It's phenomenal, but it's locked in TCG Pocket, and I can never have a card of it on, which is sad. We got a nice, colourful, beautiful-looking Persimmon. We've got a much more colourful Alolan Muck. I'll let you decide how beautiful you think that one is. And then we've got Solgaleo, also by Akira Igawa. And at this stage, I'm assuming some of you have seen it. Because if we put the Solgaleo and Lunala next to each other, full-on connecting artwork, they are, of course, both by Akira Igawa. They are, frankly, absolutely phenomenal. Now, we then have a couple of immersive cards featuring Lily and Guzma. That's right, immersive supporter cards. I do feel that the Lily might be quite popular. And then we've got the usual Crown Rares, one in each of the packs, bearing in mind it is a double set, featuring Solgaleo and Lunala, but I refuse to believe anyone out there really wants these Crown Rares over the awesome Akira Igawa alternate arts. Why would you? They're so much worse. And this is the point where you start going wassy, wassy, wassy. That's not 84 secret rares. No, it's not. But you know how we had that previous set, that Shiny Revelry, which brought in Shiny Pokemon? Yeah, they didn't stop with Shiny Revelry. We have got a bunch of shiny Pokemon coming into Celestial Guardians, and it's not confirmed, but this does strongly suggest we are going to be getting this moving forward. As in, like, every set is going to have shiny Pokemon from here on. That is not confirmed, but I do think it's pretty likely. So we've got ourselves the entire Venusaur line here. We've got ourselves the Executor line. And yes, you may notice these are in fact reprints. They are not from this set. There isn't an Executor even in this set, ladies and gentlemen. Well, not a Cantonian one anyway. We got ourselves a full Blastoise line, the correct choice from Gen 1, so I'm kind of loving it. We've got the full Starmie line, and fun little side note, Starmie in French is Staros, so I've got a bit of love here. We've got the full Gengar line, which is rather lovely. The full Machamp line, which, you know, there's people out there that absolutely love Machamp. We've got the full Marowak line. I played way too much of this Marowak in the early days of the game, so I kind of love it. We've got the full Jigglypuff Wigglytuff line. Fun fact, I've pulled 2 shiny Pokemon out of over 40 packs this morning. They've both been Wigglytuff. But then we have just a bunch of EXs. We got Venusaur EX, Executor EX, Blastoise EX, Starmie EX, which was my boy in the early days of this game, Gengar EX, Machamp EX, Marowak EX, which still might be my favourite deck I've ever made, although I accept it's not that good, and Wigglytuff EX. Are they going to keep reprinting older cards with shinies in future sets? We don't know, but it seems kind of likely that they might. And there we go, 84 secret rares. We were not expecting this many. Immersive supporter cards is new. Shiny Pokemon not in a shiny focus set is new. And oh my word, that connecting Akira Igawa artwork. But good news, I've told you everything now. So now it's over to you guys. Tell me which of these you're excited about. Tell me which of these are your favourites. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon Pocket and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Smash Cafe, who seem very lovely. So shoutouts to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourself till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.